Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Crow from Ghostly Snails. Right now we have a deck profile with you, but before that, I have an announcement to make. We experienced some trouble and a lot of turbulence, and then a lot of falling. By that I mean, because of had a group of like 4 or 5 people. We were all gonna go, and 75% of us dipped, and then the rest of us just kind of like couldn't go because of it, because we needed that 75. Because of that, we're not going to Pittsburgh, but we will be making it to Philly on the Philly Regionals on January 18th, I believe it is. Enough time, but we're definitely going to make it to there, so if you want to catch us, you can catch us then. We're right now playing, right now, like, this is a deck profile of a deck that I was going to build for the event. I still am, so I'm going to take it to the other event, and this is more updated. There were a few, there's like 2 of them, like, that topped with this. It's called Arcana Force at FTK with Dangers. This is just the one that's more updated because of the ban list, and I think that it's actually a very good deck. I wanted to try it out myself, and I had fun playtesting it. Unfortunately, we have some proxies, and the deck's not fully complete, so this is just going to be the first of 2 updates, because I believe by the second update, this deck would be done. But actually, let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. So the first thing we're going to have, just in case, you're going to need tokens. So I would just say, grab as many tokens as you can. I rock with these and the Sky Blaster tokens. That's pretty much it. Just have your tokens. Be a good duelist. You know, make sure your tokens are on you. You're never going to know when you're going to need them. But let's get into the main deck right now. First card we're going to be playing right now is The World. Literally one of the best cards. He's literally the main point of the FTK is you turbo out to him. His effect says if you land, when you summon him, you flip a coin. If he lands heads at the end of the turn, you can send 2 monsters, and then you can skip your opponent's turn, which is the most broken ability that Konami has ever made. But it's so good because it's a coin flip, and it's I like it, you know. The Tails effect says that, like, you just put 1 card from on the draw phase of your opponent, you put 1 card from the graveyard on the top of their deck. So you can just make them dead draw, which is still kind of good. But even then, it doesn't matter because this is a FTK. Why would we play the second effect? Also, like, there's one weird thing that I found out, that when you cannot impermanence him at the end phase, you have to impermanence him when he is summoned. Because when his effect is when he activates it, you can impermanence him on his summon, but when at the end phase, he is resolving his effect, so you cannot impermanence it. Which is very good and useful to understand, so a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players out there would appreciate that. There's one of that right now. I'm probably going to play 2. Right now, we play the Danger Engine, so we have Triple Bigfoot. You're going to want to, like, pull out Triple Bigfoot, Triple Dogman, Triple Chupacabra, Triple Mothman, Double Danger Susanoko, Double Thunderbird, Double Nessie. We have 1 Jackalope, which we're going to probably have 2, and then take out possibly a Mothman. But that's the Danger Engine. This is literally your entire deck. You use each danger to draw into another danger, and then you basically go off. My only problem with this is that if your opponent is, like, stupidly lucky, they will poke them out, so you're gonna have to, like, don't constantly spam your dangers. You're gonna always want to just, you're gonna want to activate them as many times as your spells, so you're gonna have to find that equilibrium with them and your spells. That's basically how some of this deck works out. Because otherwise, you're going to struggle to turbo out. But that's the engine. That's the Danger Engine. Other cards I have... The other card monster I have at 3 is 3 Brow. The Dark World. Literally the best card in the deck. The best monster. You discard him off a danger, draw. You discard him for Dark World dealings or anything, draw. Mothman him off, draw. Anything that involves him being discarded is a draw, and he's not once per turn. He just turbos out half your deck. And it's just a beautiful card. I do have 1-ofs in this deck. We have 1 Phantom Skyblaster, 1 Shadow Beast, 1 Zephyros, and 1 Dark Grepher. These are the 1-ofs that I play. You can play them entirely as you want to, but this is just how I see it. If you ever get bricked into your hand and you have dangers that you can use their discard effects but cannot use their draw effects, you can special summon him by discarding 1. Once in a while, I'll just use him to discard an SC or even a Shadow Beast for the extra draw. But he's very good. He just nonchalant. It's just a nonchalant card. It's a better way to like unbrick some hands and make some stuff live. Zephyros is a once per duel effect, not a once per turn. But the good thing about him is that he makes sure that when you play the world and it fails, you just use him, put the world back in hand, and re-loop him, just in case if you don't have the field spell out. 1 Shadow Beast because you always discard it. The extra draw. He's basically an extra brow, so you technically have 4. But it's just very good. And the Phantom Skyblaster is just used for the token consumption. So basically you would run out, you'll summon 1 danger, maybe another one, you draw into him, or you have him open in. With just 1 other monster and him being normal summoned, that just declares the first turn Saryuja. And it's just instant. It's very helpful to have him. And it's just having token makers in this deck just help a lot. For the spells I run, this is supposed to, I'm actually getting the field spell tomorrow. But for now we have this face down card. If you don't know, the field spell is called Light Barrier. And what the card says is that you can, when a Arcana Force monster is summoned, you can choose the effect, whether it's going to be heads or tails. You can choose the coin flip. So what would and the weird thing about that is because this says when, it can miss timing. So when you activate it, you'd have to say Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, and then it would actually confirm the actual scale. You cannot do Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. He has to be the Chainlink 2 because he will miss timing. Because he is a when effect. The field spell also says that when you regularly flip for like the next turn, you get to just nullify the tails for another standby phase. And that helps a lot with this deck. And if you destroy another monster with Arcana Force, when you destroy your opponent's monster with Arcana Force, you basically gain life to its attack points, the monster you destroyed. So that's basically helpful. You only run 1, but the spells that you gotta run is important. Triple Allure. You always have dead cards in hand. Triple Allure just gets rid of dead cards and you just draw into it. You want to have as many draw cards as possible. So it's going to be Triple Allure. Triple Dark World Dealings. Some people don't run this card, but I feel like it's very necessary. 1 Upstart Goblin. 1 Trade-In. 1 Card of Destruction. And 1 Beginning of the End. Unfortunately, I want to play 2 of this. I don't feel like 3 is necessary because it becomes a very heavy dead draw early on. And Upstart is something I don't want to play only for the simple fact that it gives your opponent's life points. So that just means more work to turbo out of. And it just doesn't help at all because why would I want to give you life points? Even though you kind of gain them off the field spell. But these are your draw. This is basically your draw engine anyway, so you just don't care. By the way, I forgot to mention this is a 40-card deck. I do not recommend playing over that. But yeah, these are just good card. This is a good card late game because you'll just turbo everything out. Everything becomes a dead draw. Just draw 3 for free. Like who doesn't like that? Draw 3 for free. Card destruction just works out. Might take it out. I don't know. Past that, we also have Monster Reborn and Terraforming. I only added these because I needed this needs to be World Legacy Succession. So you would technically have 2 Monster Reborns for when Saryuja summoned. Past that, it's just that's basically the main deck. It's fun, but you know, the main deck just kind of is like I said, it's not perfect right now, but, you know, it makes sense. For the extra deck, we're running triple Saryuja. You always run 3 in this deck just because. It's turboing everything, so why wouldn't you... This card is broken, honestly. Like, this card is stupidly broken in this deck. You just draw free, you just refresh your hand, summon a free the world. You also make the world 34 for no reason. It's just a broken card. It's fun, but, you know, it's just stupidly broken. Honestly, get it to 2. The other Link 4s we run is 1 Borreload, 1 Boral Sword. Just in case if you can't FTK them and you're going second, these just unclog the field. So like, it just helps out a lot. I don't really have much to say. It's just in case if you have nothing left, it's either you're gonna win or lose anyway. Might as well have extra stuff out there. So they are on that side of the deck. For my Link 3s, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Triple Birds Dragon. Just because you want to link into extra stuff, I had some times where I needed to go into a Link 3. So they're just there for that one little moment. It's mainly, I usually go into the Unicorn way more than I'll ever go into Triple Burst, because Unicorn just discards for a free send back to deck, which I think is more vital. But you never know. You may end up playing him. For the Link 2s, I have Wee Witch Apprentice and Security Dragon. Security Dragon is very odd, but I actually like the card because you can just go Saryuja, Security Dragon, pop a card back in hand, continue going off. He becomes basically your free spot removal. She's just there to unclog stuff, so you never know. And sometimes it just works out, sometimes it doesn't. But you never know. It works out sometimes. Past that, the Link ones we run 1 Link Spider and 1 Link Karibo for the tokens. Tokens are very important to summon. So this just makes every single token viable to play. Link Karibo's just there for a token as well, in case you just play one or something. You never know. We do run Xyz monsters. We run number 97, Dragobelius, Drago something. He's just there. We don't know how to say their names. Don't you dare come in my comment section telling me that I can't say anything. I cannot spell. I'm illiterate. But basically, if I can remember, you're poking that. Yeah, you cannot target him with effects. I hope you got some Borreload for this because you're not killing him. And it's just everything targets, so it's good to have something that's protected by targeting. This meta is very picky about targeting, so it's just good just there to be there. For the other Xyz monsters, we run the Azathoth package. Literally, this deck loses to any hand trap in existence, so it's good to just shut them out. So you would just go Azathoth into Saryuja, because once he's summoned, unless they can negate him or waste their cards to negate him, you're basically in the clear. He just stops any single Ash, Drool, any of the stuff that they're about to hit you with. You just negate it. So it's just not that bad. And the last card in the extra deck, 1 Draco Sack. Give them the sack, you know? Sack them out of their deck. Sack them down. Put your sack on their face and African goggle them. With sack everywhere. Literally just opens up dumb combos. Literally has saved me from multiple games because I would just overlay my dog on top of my Nessie and just go into a free Saryuja. It's just basically token generation in the deck is so, like, it's very needed. I do have a 50 side deck for this, which is probably the most non-needed thing ever because it's enduring, it's a FTK, but you never know. So for the side deck, we run triple Droll and Lockbird, literally locking it. This is for the mirror match, because otherwise what are you gonna do? Droll and Lock them. Dangerous, Droll and Lock. Sky Strikers, Droll and Lock. It literally just stops a good amount of combos. Even to a certain degree, it doesn't fully stop like Colossus plays, but you know, it does its job. Triple. This is really for the Thunder matchup. Dimension Shifter. It just early procs all their monsters, and if you get banish everything, they can't really do nothing. This also going for what you call it, Sky Strikers. This is also mainly for Sky Strikers and the other anything else. This also kind of works for Orcust in a way too, because they all have to banish themselves by activation. So if you banish them ahead of time, they basically lose. We have Triple Lancia for the Orcust matchup. We all know why we're playing this. Don't even act surprised. Everybody's playing it. For the other stuff, we have Double Effect Veiler. Just there to be there. He's supposed to be Denko's, but, you know, we don't got the 3 of. Denko Sekka. Literally just shut down any type of Sky Striker player. Ghost Sisters Spooky Dogwood. You basically play it. You just tell everybody to shite. This dog is amazing. I'd protect her with my life. How you
She's
doing?
a good girl.
Don't breathe on me. I'll breathe. I gotta take this dog. Basically just... I love how I put Dogwood on the field and then literally the dog just comes. Dogwood just basically lets you... it's just literally the cheese card. Literally just a cheese card. You literally just say, I'm in time, activate, gain life points, you lose, good day, sir. Konami, like, in all honesty, Konami needs to fix the time rules because it should be turn, not phase.
Yeah.
There was literally one guy who literally did just activated, what was that monster's name? The Pay Half Your Life in Summer.
Dingirsu?
Yeah, no, not Dingirsu.
The dragon one.
The dragon. It's just that Phantom Dragon one. He pays half his life, plays it, and immediately time gets called, and he lost. And he
bitched about it.
He bitched about it, but at the same time, he was like, you know, timing is my fault, but at the same time, it's just time rules are stupid. Like, it should be per turn, not phase. Give the person playing a chance, because then you have cards like this, which are literally so dumb and valuable, where you can just activate it and win because no skill. It's a no skill card, but whatever. Unless you have these for the last of my side, Called by the Graves, because I hate hand traps. Mainly, and also it's just good to side in. It's just a very good side card. Past it, it's just... I just don't... You would never activate it for an Ash, you would always activate it for a Jewel. Just for the simple fact that Jewel versus this wins. That's the only thing I'm scared of, or like, that's the only thing you really get scared of anyway, so it's just, you pop stuff out, and it's just basically it's super helpful half the time. But that's the deck. It's just like a small little thing. I am gonna have like, there will be an update on it, but the most I'm gonna say is like, it's gonna be updated a lot, updating rarities, and, we're going to have 2 of the worlds and add the trade-in and deck way more. Because I think trade-in is very good in this deck. It just needs this time to shine. And the problem with adding... Most people play 1 the world. I want to add 2. Because I feel like if you lose 1 the world, you can't loop anymore. Just summon the other one. You spam Saryuja like nothing. So it's just kind of like, at least make them worth. The only thing you would have to get back would be the only thing that you would really suffer on would be just getting the field spell. But even then, in this build, there's the terraforming. So you shouldn't be complaining about it. Because either you draw into it or not. You're still going to outplay your opponent by just saying you don't have a turn. But thank you all for listening. This is the deck profile. Arcana Force the World FTK, Danger FTK. There's nothing else I can really say. Also, we're going to have, hopefully down the line, we're going to have a video, a recording of our new member, John Kozlix. Congratulations to John for joining us. He is now currently our 5th member. I had to count. I believe 5th. Yeah. Am I like... I have dementia, I swear. But John Kozlix will be making a deck profile. And hopefully like we can get as much content to you guys before the regionals. We're just gonna start pumping stuff out now. There might also be a box opening, not a box opening, but like a tin opening, because we're gonna start getting content going. But thank you all. Have a nice day. Hopefully I'm not here again.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. Add us all on everything. Add us on everything. It'll all be in the description. And then you can also follow our personal accounts, which are linked in whatever we linked them in.
If I can figure that out.
Good luck. Anyway, everyone, have a nice day. I hope you play Yu-Gi-Oh! Just kill your opponent in life points, shadow realm everything, steal their shit.
Stay scruffed.
Stay scruffed.
And that's out.